Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today, I have my good buddy Billy Bohab with me,
What's going on?
and we're going to be doing our review of the Toilet Taxi reissue by Playmate with Donatello. So, tell me a little bit about this, Bill.
Well, obviously it's the toilet taxi, and I never could afford to buy the original, so my girlfriend was nice enough to get this me for Christmas.
Hear that, girls? He's off the market. So, yeah, I never really had the original one either. I had a lot of the play sets, but I think when this came out was when I was sort of starting to go towards other things, because I think this was one of the later play sets, correct?
I think so.
So, well, with that being said, this is going to be a good review, and I want to thank everybody who is already subscribed. You're very much appreciated. And for anybody watching this and you did like this video, please subscribe and also check out my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playlist. So, without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here it is in packaging. I do like the packaging for this. You have your classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle artwork from the late 80s, early 90s. So I love the overall look of this. So first off, you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Wacky Action. All right. You got the name of the vehicle, the Toilet Taxi. Exclusive Donatello inside. 40 Years of Turtles. You got your choking hazards here. Playmate. And you got a picture of the vehicle as well. All right. Spin it around this way. Got a nice picture of the vehicle. Turtles. The name of it. The same with the top. You spin it around this way. The top is pretty much the same thing, as well as the other side. All right. So then you go around to the back here. Try to get rid of a little bit of that gloss. You got your Turtles logo here. A little bit about it. This is your wind-up action. And you get this nice picture of the vehicle and all its different play features. Spin it around this way, and then underneath you got the Turtles logo, a little bit of legal, and your SKU. So, all that being said, let's open it up and see what it's about. So here he is out of packaging. I do like the overall look to this figure. So first off, we're going to start with the rotation. So you have this side here. I like the gloves. They actually give them gloves, which is pretty cool. I do like that about this. You got the back here, so you have, the spot for his bow staff. Now, he doesn't come with a bow staff, but I know if you have the classic style Donatello, I know the original one came with two bow staffs. I think the reissue also did too. So if that's the case, then you can have a bow staff for that Donnie and also a bow staff for this one. But unfortunately, he did not come with one. Okay. And you got this side just the same. And then you got the head. And I think it's a nice added addition that they added this helmet to it. I do like the overall look to the helmet. It don't look too bad. And it kind of makes sense. But other than that, he's pretty much your standard Donatello figure. Okay. So now he does have a couple points of articulation. So first off, the head does move. All right. There's a shoulder joint and an elbow joint. All right. Spin him to the side here. And he does have a thigh joint. Okay. Now, because this is based off of the classic figure, obviously there isn't a whole lot of points of articulation. And he seems to stand pretty well. So overall, I feel like everything works pretty well with this figure. All right, so let's start putting this thing together. Now, there is some assembly needed. It does come with directions. So here's the directions right here. The directions are pretty simple, straightforward. The only thing that's a little iffy is the stickers. They only show the numbers for the stickers. They don't show the actual sticker on there. So that's the only thing. It's a minor issue, but it can be a pain for some folks. Now, I already put the stickers on here just because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me trying to delicately put stickers on and cursing and swearing. So, first sticker is up front here. Then you got the 2 foot toilet papers on the back. You have the sticker that goes on the toilet seat here. And now these are painted in the rear, and that's the flag. So the flag isn't connected to anything. It's just a wraparound, and you get one shot at it. So if you don't put it on right the first time, you're pretty much SOL. And that's not a new thing. I remember with the original Turtle toys, it was like that too. For some of the vehicles that had flags, like I think the Foot's Cadillac, I think, had that. I think the Blimp had that too. But there was a couple of things that had these goofy little flags that was just a sticker, and you just wrapped it around and hoped to God that it went right. Otherwise, it didn't work out. So we're going to start putting it together with this piece here. See, now I'm talking about it. So there's 3 holes here. That just slides right in there. All right, with no issues. Don't have no problems with that. Next is your steering cluster. All right, so you have this, and all this other fun stuff. All right. So you got this here. Let's put that back over there. Got this piece here that goes into the bottom of here. Now, there's a little nub here. See that? And that lines up with this little nub here on the toilet. I'm sorry, this is actually a sink. So that just pops in there like that with no issues. And you got these guys here that pop into here. That's all right as well. And then you got your steering wheel, which hooks in here as well. Hold up, let's get that out of the way. So you got your steering wheel. All right. So that's your steering wheel. That would go like that. All right. You got the laser cannon piece that will hook into his hand. This comes on here as well. Actually goes this way. All right. Then all this connects into here. So what you do is this goes like that. Let's get her to set up. So that comes in like this. All right, this goes here. Just like that. This gun, you get your little hose here that hooks in right here. All right. This cord hooks in right in there. All right. Now, this kind of went on not the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to go the other way. So it's actually supposed to go like this. And that's what I thought too, but for some reason, let me take a good look at this. Yeah, it's supposed to go like that. But it wants to go like this. Yeah, that's the round end like that. That's supposed to go like that. Hold on 1 second. Something. Oh, I see what happened. This spun around on here. There we go. All right. All right, so that's what happened. This piece spun around on there. I was wondering why everything wasn't going the way it should go. And then, yeah. All right, so now everything fits as it should. Little cannon can go in here like this. All right, so that's the front assembly part. And then last but not least, get the steering wheel piece out of the way. Your toilet part fits here. So apparently you can drive and do your business at the same time because there actually is a hole for it. So that's the assembly of it. Not a whole lot to it. That kind of was a little goofy just because the one piece moved and it didn't, and I just had to put it back in place. So Other than that, it goes together pretty easy. All right, so now that we have this assembled, let's take a good look at this thing and also do all your play features. So here it is from this side. All right, it looks pretty cool. I like the overall look to it. Get a good look at it from the front. All right. And at this side, get a good look at it from behind. I like a lot of the details to this. Like, I do like how they paint all this in. Your pipes are multiple colors. So it gives it a sense of character and what have you. So I do like all that. You know, it definitely gives it nice detail and pop. Okay. And then you're back around to this side. And like I said, if you look in here, you can also see different coloring for the engine and everything, which is really nice and what have you. So now we're going to start getting into the different play features. So, play feature number one, if you look at it this way, the steering wheel does move. Okay, no issues with that. These pieces on the side here, turn it this way, they also move. All right. Put it down like this. Get your Donatello. He fits in here like that. Now you also have a seatbelt for him because in a lot of these older toys they made seatbelts. So here's the seatbelt here. If you kind of look, you can see Toilet Taxi on there, which is really cool. And that hooks into these two pegs on either side. So you see the peg right here. So just hook that in there. Get it around him. And hook it around to the other side. Just like that. No issues. And now you could take this hand. It should hook onto the steering column here, and it does with no issues. But you're not going to be able to get it onto the steering wheel. That's not going to work. All right. So when you go back and forth with it, you can see that the plungers move. All right. And then now let's do the rev up action. Use this. So that works as well. We don't have any issues with that. Let that wind itself out. All right. And then the last play features, this ray gun here can actually come off and go into his hand like this. So you can have him drive with one hand, and then you can have him control the gun as well. So overall, everything works pretty well with him and this bike. I don't have any issues. Probably the only real issue I would have is the flag. So my final thoughts on this is it's a pretty good set. It definitely matches up very well with the original. I do like that. I wish I had an original to compare it to, but unfortunately I don't have mine anymore. That went the way of the dinosaur a long time ago. But it went together very easily. Most of the decals went on really well. The flag is a pain, but it's been like that even with the original line. So they're just, continuing that, bit of pain. So that's the biggest problem I have with it. For the most part, everything went together pretty well. I didn't have any issues with that. The figure fits with it very well. All his joints move very well as well. So everything really works with this. I do like this. I personally would recommend it myself. What do you think, Bill?
I definitely would recommend it too, especially if you can't find an original. This is just the perfect reissue, or yeah.
All right. Anything else, Bill?
No.
All right. So as you can see, we both recommend this play set for anybody who's a big Turtles fan. So with that being said, hopefully you did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.